Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, world, and welcome to episode what, Starkey?
Number 10,
Number 10.
we have reached double digits.
Hey, we got plenty more to go. We're 90 episodes away from our 100th show spectacular. And let me tell you what, folks, we're already planning it. It's going to be fantastic.
Y'all are not ready.
We're already also starting to look into a couple t-shirts. Ball Don't Lie t-shirts. Here to stay. As our 70 viewers, we love. If I could go through if YouTube, Spotify would show me the people that listen to you, I would give you each one of you a shout out. Did you know actually
Absolutely.
we're actually kind of popular in Australia?
All right.
We have 5 lists. I don't know anybody from Australia, but we have 5 people in Australia that listen to us every week. It doesn't give me their names, but we have 5 people on Spotify. We're going to check the statistics from Australia that watch us. And you know what? Shout out to you Aussies.
Shout out Australia. Thank you.
Shout out to Australia. Starkey, I think we have a good show today.
I think so.
Starkey, we're going to hit the NFL first. But before that, gas price is still high.
Coming down a little bit, but yeah, still not where I want them to
be. So you like to stay at home you like to stay home a little bit more now, right?
Absolutely, as much as I can.
And everybody, housing market's still looking pretty iffy right now. Yep. So looking for a home, gas prices got you high. Looking for a home, give porch to patio home inspections call. Because who doesn't want to stay in their house? Gas prices are astronomical right now. You want to spend all your time at your house. Give porch to patio home inspections a call. Find them on Facebook. Message him. Mitch will come out in a heartbeat to come inspect your porch to your house. He will not come to Australia, but he'll inspect your house all over the U.S. Give him a shout out, folks.
Mitch is the goat, y'all.
Mitch is the goat. He won't come to Australia, but he'll come everywhere else. Gas prices, you want to stay at home? I promise you, he would do a fantastic job. Every time I've bought a house, I've used him every single time.
100%.
So let's jump into it, Starkey.
Let's do it.
We've had exciting. Just when you think the NFL can't outdo the previous week of trades,
here we are.
Davante Adams. Let's start it off.
Let's do it.
Breaking news on the 18th was Davante Adams traded. Saw it pop up on the bottom to I almost said the Oakland Raiders, but the LA Raiders.
Nope. The Las Vegas Raiders.
The LA. Well, they should be LA Raiders, but same thing. It should
be LA.
But dude, holy cow. Holy cow. How do you think Aaron Rodgers feels?
That's a tough one. I've seen conflicting deals on that. I've heard that he was involved in the talks the entire time leading up to that trade. Like they kept him in the loop. But at the same time, that was one of his reasons for coming back.
100%.
He did not want to play without
the number 1 wide receiver in the NFL the past 2 or 3 years.
Exactly. So honestly, I have no idea how Rodgers is feeling about that trade.
I would imagine
he's upset, but I don't know for sure.
I don't think he knew they were going to trade him.
Okay.
I think he wanted to come back. Like you say, Adams was probably one of the biggest reasons why he came back. I saw something got posted on somebody put it on Instagram the other day. It was a side-by-side thing, apparently over the summer. Because remember how Rodgers said this was his last dance?
Yep.
And Davante Adams posted the same thing, MJ and Scotty hugging. So it was, I guess, someone's like, oh, was this like a thing the whole time? This was one of them's last time in Green Bay? I don't know. I really feel like they could have got a lot more because, granted, he was technically going to be a free agent after this year anyway. He didn't want to play on the franchise
tag.
And for those who don't know, the franchise tag, you get paid the highest player salary on a yearly basis for 1 year.
Yep.
So he'd been probably making darn near $18 million.
Yeah.
I get why you don't want to. It's not to me, $18 million is a lifetime worth of money. But I
Yeah.
get it, you're a professional
You
athlete.
and I could both retire.
Career over like that. But he didn't want to play under one, so he said, I'm not signing unless with y'all, I'm not signing that until you give me a long-term contract. Apparently the Packers then were way off on money. From what I read, the Packers wanted to lengthen it out. He did not. He wanted a 4 to 5 year contract. And he got a 5-year, $141 million contract. What's more shocking is not the money, it's the fact what they traded to get him. A first and second of this year's draft.
For this year, yes. We were talking about that off the air.
So I think that's more impressive. Shout out, who's the GM for the Raiders now?
It's a guy from.
It was the guy from NFL Network. What is his name?
It was Mike Mayock, but he's not there anymore.
'Cause,
Somebody
dude,
from the Patriots, but I can't think of his name.
He is killing it this offseason. They got Chandler Jones and Devontae Adams. That AFC, it is Dave Ziegler.
He was like the pro director of scouting, I think.
Yeah, he
For the
was the
Patriots.
director of player personnel for the Patriots last year. He's been with the Patriots since 2013. So yeah, he's got the Bill Belichick mindset. But shout out, dude, that AFC West is gonna be stacked.
Oh, 100%.
And then
Something that I think gets sorry.
No, go ahead.
Something I think gets lost in that trade is that Devontae Adams is back with Derek Carr like they were in Fresno State.
Bring back the Valley, baby. So the Packers have to go wide receiver in the first round. Who do they have? Who do they have right now?
They don't have an
roster?
option.
You have Robert Tonyan coming off an ACL injury.
Yeah.
They don't have anybody right now on the roster for him to throw the ball to. So you're going to have to go heavy wide. You're going to have to go. Honestly, I would go wide receiver first 2 picks in the draft.
You would about have to, just to shore up that room a little bit. I mean, Tanyan's a great tight end, but like you said, he's coming off a torn ACL, and we don't really know how he's going to be.
Right now, the receivers on the roster are Chris Blair, never heard of him. Randall Cobb, past his prime. Rico Gafford, Amari Rogers, Malik Taylor, Juwan Winfrey.
What about Ventez?
Marquez Valdez Scatling?
Yeah, that guy.
He is still a free agent right now.
Ah, gotcha.
And Alan Lazard, he is, I think he actually just signed the other day.
Okay.
No, he did not. They placed a second round tender on him. I'm sorry. So he's still up there. So you got 2 guys, but those 2 guys combined will not replace Devontae Adams. So it'll be interesting to see. And then just when you think the week's like, okay, the Deshaun Watson stuff heating up since he got cleared.
Yep.
Heating up more and more. End of the week, you're right. Okay. End of the week, it was the Panthers from last show. It was Panthers and it was the Saints.
Yes.
Saints were the leader for it. And the Panthers dropped out. But then you hear, okay, Falcons actually are becoming a sleeper team for Deshaun Watson.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was excited for it. And then out of nowhere, this is probably the most shocking thing all free agency. Not the Russell Wilson trade. Not the Devontae Adams. None of these trades have mattered. Deshaun Watson's the Browns. Holy cow.
Absolutely. Like
Holy
you said,
cow.
Nowhere. We were texting that night, and I think I made the comment that he went to the Browns on purpose. Like, did he mean to do that?
So they got rid of they still got rid of Landry, which I was still shocked. I was like, well, maybe Landry will want to stay. So they ended up trading the Texans traded Deshaun Watson and a 6th-round draft pick in 2024 for a 1st-rounder this year, 13th overall, a 4th-rounder this year, 2023 first, 2023 3rd, 2024 first, 2024 4th-round draft pick. You got 3 1s, 2 4s, and a 3 for Deshaun Watson. And they gave him a monster contract.
Was that 6 years, 250?
6 years, 250, like 254,
All
I think. But
all
that's still impressive,
250 fully guaranteed.
dude. Holy cow! Like, so I saw today it said that now bumps the. Somebody said they ranked the AFC best teams. It was
Mhm.
Bill. It was Bengals one because the Bengals solidify their offensive line. So
Yeah, and that's really all they needed to
yeah,
do.
yeah, 100%. I mean, they lost TJ Hodgkin. What is it? Hutchinson, Usmanzada. That's his name.
Yeah,
Usmanzada. They lost
TJ.
to the Jets, but you can get a tight end in this draft and be
Oh
fine.
yeah.
But you saw up the offensive line. It was Bengals 1, Bills 2, Browns 3, Ravens 4, Broncos 5. No, it had the Broncos over the Ravens. And I was just sitting there thinking, what? I like the Browns, but are they a
Not that much.
no, no?
Because like you just said, they don't have Jarvis.
All you got
They
is Amari
don't have,
Cooper.
they don't have Odell. They do have Amari Cooper.
That's all you
But
got. I mean,
he's all you have.
I like Donovan People-Jones. People sleep on him. I like him a lot.
How's their I mean, I don't pay attention a whole lot. How's their run game?
They have
I
Nick
know it
Chubb.
hasn't been that great.
They have
Who?
Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb.
Oh, Nick Chubb. Okay, there we go.
They're Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. They're good.
Yeah. Like I said, sorry, ladies.
No,
and gentlemen,
they are
I
a
don't pay
run.
attention to
They were a run first play action team. Now they are.
yeah.
They're probably going to change it up, which will be interesting to see how Nick Chubb does. And
Yeah.
then you just when you think we're done again, another trade. Matty Ice. And then once I saw the before that, sorry, once I saw the trade Deshaun to Cleveland out there, I was like, okay, done deal. Baker's going to Indy.
Yeah.
So apparently,
That's what a lot of people thought.
I read today that now the Browns are winning a first for Baker.
I did not know that. I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I saw it on Bleacher Report on the way home today. I was like, holy cow, that's I love Baker. I'm probably the only Baker fan in the world, but
Yeah, you've always been pretty high on Baker.
I love his moxie. But
I don't know if they'll get a 1 for him.
He is not worth a 1. He's worth maybe a 3.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what the Colts gave away for Matty Ryan.
Yeah.
I think that helps the Colts become a solid. I don't know if it helps them become a solid playoff team.
It's an upgrade over Wentz.
100% upgrade. The one downfall is they haven't addressed the wide receiver problem in the room.
Yeah.
That is my only issue so far with any of this offseason. They have not. Well, granted, this offseason, besides Devonta Adams, really wasn't a wide receiver to go after.
Right.
I say they haven't addressed it, but I still think right now Tennessee's a better team.
Oh, yeah.
But hey,
they just short up their backup running back position today. So
AFC South will be a great position. It's going to be good. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a 2-team lead. Who knows? The Jaguars, with all the money they've spent, they
have a competent coach now too. So
yeah, the AFC is definitely the division now. NFC is not really it has maybe one. I'd say NFC has 2-3 teams.
Mm-hmm.
Packers because of Aaron Rodgers, and that's the third right now. Tom Brady and the Rams.
Yep.
You know, I want to hit on this. What are your thoughts of Allen Robinson?
I was excited about it. I really was. I didn't know. I knew we had to do something at wide receiver, but I didn't quite know what it was going to be because we traded Robert Woods.
Well, y'all signed a Robinson first.
Yeah, we did sign Robinson first. We didn't know if we were going to be able to re-sign Odell. So we knew we had to do something. And so that came across my phone. I was shocked. I'm not going to lie to you.
3
I didn't
years,
know.
$46 million contract.
Yeah.
So
I didn't know that was even a thing.
You've locked up your 2 outside wide receivers and Odell. It's Odell's back. He's like staying there.
Well, he's a free agent now. He hasn't signed yet.
Oh, dude, he'll come back. Y'all will get him dirt cheap because of the ACL. Because apparently, I read the other day that it's pretty more serious than what they thought.
Yeah,
because it's the same ACL he's torn already. But y'all will get him for cheap, and you got Van Jefferson, who actually played pretty good.
Yeah,
I thought y'all could have got more for Robert Woods. A 6.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed in that. But you also think Robert Woods, he tore his ACL this year too. He was the whole reason we signed Beckham in the first place.
100%.
So
I thought it was y'all Odell signed and the next day Woods tore his ACL. That was it. What he was already signed like the next day in practice. That's when Woods tore his ACL.
that's right. Yeah, I knew
So
they
I was
were
like,
like
holy
right
cow,
there.
because I had Woods on one of my fantasy teams. So I was like, well, my touches will go down, and then I was like, oh dang, my touches go down even more now. Woods is done for the year. Okay. We also, before we move on to the next topic, one NFL wide receiver got released this week. Parted ways. Julio Jones.
Yeah,
Had a terrible, terrible year in Tennessee.
and I'd forgotten about that. You mentioned it.
Injuries, and sloppy quarterback play. So, where do you think Mr. Julio Jones goes?
Well, if
his camp has said he wants to play on a contender team. So all they gave up for him was a 2nd round and a 4th round draft pick, which isn't that bad, I guess, for a 1 year.
Right.
For a 1 year rental, yeah, because I'll take that back. It is kind of bad. You literally gave up a 2nd and a 4th for him for 1 year, and his stats this year were
not good.
It was his worst year. He played in 10 games, 31 receptions, 434 yards, and 1 touchdown.
I'll say this. If recruiting is any indication, Tom Brady, as much as I say this, Tom Brady is personally recruiting Julio to Tampa Bay.
There's not enough.
I hope it doesn't happen, but I can see it.
But there's not enough ball to go around.
I can say it from experience. If you build a super team like that, you make it work.
Well, they just got Leonard Fournette back. I don't know how they're going to make it contract fit, but I think
they're playing with salary cap turned off.
I think he will end up either in Green Bay or Indy. And I think he will go to And I think he will go to Indy just for the fact they play in a dome.
And I didn't think about this until just now too. He goes back to Indy. You know who that reunites him with?
Who?
Matt Ryan.
Matty Ice. There we go. I didn't think about who you just said. I like it. So you definitely know Matty Ice is definitely going to be pumping that. I like it. I think Julio, you can get him for probably about 2-year, $15 million contract, honestly.
Oh, yeah. Something relative. Yeah, something pretty team friendly for sure.
He hasn't had it's been 2 years since his last 1,000-yard season. And that was 2019, 1,400 yards, 6 touchdowns. I think you can get him for a good price here, or just do a 1 year, $10 million contract. Say, Julio, prove it. Let's go.
Yeah.
He still has some juice left in him.
Yeah.
You ready to jump into the next topic?
Yeah, let's do it.
Grizzlies.
Actually, real quick.
Go ahead.
So I can't let this one go. For those of you listening, if you'll think back to last week, we were talking about where Matt Ryan was going.
Oh, here we go.
Sorry, I couldn't let this one go. Ball Don't Lie had it first, ladies and gentlemen.
No, you had it first.
I was going to give us credit, but
I'll give you the credit where credit is due, sir. You take it.
we predicted Matt Ryan to Indianapolis before anyone else did, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first.
Shout out to you, Starkey. Shout out.
Thank you, sir. Sorry.
NBA. Not much has really happened.
No, it's been relatively slow.
I mean, the Grizzlies, you got to so tomorrow is the big ESPN day here in Memphis. Coming to showcase the Grizzlies versus the Brooklyn Nets. Well, in all honesty, Josh not even playing tomorrow. Josh hurt. And thank the good Lord that is nothing serious.
Yes.
God, I held my breath. Sat Friday night when I saw I was watching it on my phone. I held my breath. It was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Right soreness came down awkward on his knee. Whew. I'm told it's precautionary. Nothing serious out. But man, they played terrible. This is probably the worst I've seen them play all year. Yeah. They had no life, no energy. Sorry. You know, I think they were in New Atlanta for 2 days, so I'm pretty sure they had a couple days of fun in Atlanta, or at least had a day of fun in Atlanta.
Yeah, I saw somebody mentioned they enjoyed lemon pepper wings too much.
Let's go. You know, and I don't wish anything bad, but you know, Steph Curry getting hurt right now is probably a blessing in disguise for the Grizzlies.
Yes.
Right now we have a game and a half lead over the Warriors for the 2 seed. I like it.
I think they're saying Steph probably isn't going to come back into the playoffs.
I heard
that bodes well for the Grizzlies. I really do.
Last I read was late April.
Yes.
Or mid to late April, which I'm happy for. Speaking of player coming back, I know we said in past episodes we don't want to play the Nuggets. Actually, right now, I kind of want them. The Nuggets are sucking right now. And I heard from a source that Jamal Murray will not be back at all this year. Apparently, he re-injured. He did something to his knee, his knee that he tore his ACL on during rehab. So they haven't said it yet, but they're probably going to shut him down again. Yeah, Michael Porter Jr., they haven't said anything about him, so he ain't playing. They invested way too much money in him. They're going to shut him down and say, hey, come back next year, buddy. And how dumb do they look for giving him the Supermax contract?
Yeah, they really do.
I don't want to play the Timberwolves right now. They're 9-1 in their past 10 games. So last thing before we move on to our next segment, the Timberwolves, actually 2 more things, sorry. Timberwolves in the past 20 to 22 days are first in NBA offensive rating and third in defensive rating. They're fine. That talent is finally clicking.
Yep.
Like I said earlier, if they could figure it out, they're going to be great. And they're finally figured it out.
Yeah.
Also, one last thing, Kevin Porter Jr., that guy needs to, the Rockets need to just go ahead and cut him. I like Kevin Porter Jr. coming out of USC. 6'4" point guard, jump out of the gym, shoot it all day long. The guy's got too many like mental things going on. He's so immature.
Yeah.
This is the guy that quit back in January on his team because him and an assistant coach got into an argument. Apparently, he wanted to leave the court the other night. Somebody go chase after him and get the Grizzlies played him. Cut him, and then if I'm like Boston, bring him in. You have so many veterans on the team. Marcus Smart will be the guy. We all know that.
Yeah, he's not afraid.
Exactly. Do that. Or somebody bring him on and literally have a veteran-led team that needs a point guard. Like Miami, him and Jimmy Butler would Jimmy would definitely beat somebody up.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it for NBA. I don't know. I kind of don't want
the resources to get him help he needs too.
What'd you say?
So he needs to go to a team that has the resources to get him the help he needs.
100%. Also, we have a birthday today.
We do have a birthday today. I was wondering if we were going to hit on it. Happy birthday, Mr. John Conchar.
Happy birthday, Jitty, for the culture, baby. For the culture.
26 years old. 26 years ago, the word got a little more jitty.
He's number 46 in the books, but he's number 1 in our hearts. I should have worn my Jitty jersey tonight. I'm wearing the Arkansas one. I should have worn the Jitty one. It's in my closet behind me. Gosh dang it. So let's move on to our next segment, Starkey.
Let's do it.
March Madness. It's still going on. You still have ample time to get your bets in. I know you don't gamble. I like to look at it. Gamble maybe every now and then, once in the blue moon, but you can still get your gambling on. People, Billy the White Bookie. I'm telling you, go to him. Use him. Great resource, great guy. You can email him at billywhitethebookie@gmail.com. Email him, use him, folks. Trust me, he will give you great deals if you lose and owe him money. Just a nice 5 to 12% interest rate. But hey, you get to keep all 5 fingers and all 5 toes and all 10 or 5 fingers in each hand. You get to keep all 10 fingers and all 10 toes. That's why I use Billy White the Bookie for all my gambling needs, and you should too, folks. For the remaining 16 games or 8 games in March Madness. Now let's get into it, Starkey.
If you need help gambling, call it Tennessee Red Wine.
There we go. FanDuel, we're still looking for a sponsor. And DraftKings as well. But Starkey, let's get into it. I have my bracket right here.
All right, I'm pulling my. Well done, sir.
In all my probably 18 years of doing, I think I started when I was 10 years old doing this. In all my 18 years of doing March Madness, I would say 10-year-old Jared had better luck than this year. Oh my gosh. Yes. So the first day, nothing really happened. Like, it wasn't that great. Like, first day, you didn't have like your big up. You had your 5-12 upset. You had Iowa losing to Richmond. I got that one wrong. I know you got it right.
No.
You picked Iowa? I thought you picked Richmond. I
picked Iowa.
I thought you picked Richmond. My gosh darn Jackrabbits. Folks, I took a lot of heat. I think I had like 20 text messages from people saying, I chose the Jackrabbits because of you. And I'm sorry. I am sorry. You think the team that makes 45% of their threes leads the NCAA in scoring at 82 points a game would make their shot? No, they couldn't get shot up. They were terrible. But we're going to talk about in the earlier officiating or later, but officiating this tournament has been terrible.
It's been absolutely awful. Men's and women's, actually. We were watching some women's hoops last night. It was just as bad in the UConn UCF game.
Who won it? UConn?
UConn.
Oh, shocker. But so South Dakota State down 3 with 30 seconds left. The Providence shooter takes a 3-point shot, sticks his legs out. Literally sticks his own leg out, shooting the 3. Should have been an offensive foul. No baskets. Instead, they go, we'll give him a 3-point shot. I'm like, and then you got Iowa getting fouled on a 3-pointer with 10 seconds left against Richmond.
Yeah.
You literally see the guys, you can even hear it on the TV, a smack. I have to give credit. I got called out on something else on the first day, Starkey.
Okay.
Actually, it was yesterday. Shout out to you, Mitch. I got called out for dissing the Michigan Wolverines. Mitch, I'm sorry. I should not have picked against the Michigan Wolverines, and here they are, still dancing in the Sweet 16.
The crazy thing is, I'm looking at my bracket now. We both did. We both had Colorado State in that game.
I did not like this Michigan team coming in the tournament, but dude, thriving. But they were down 15 in the first half against against Colorado State, and then they didn't take the brakes off. They were down 5 at halftime against Tennessee, and they just did not take the brakes off. Juwan Howard, you're playing like a man. Hunter Dickerson, holy cow, that guy. Honestly, what I've noticed kind of in past years, if you have a big man, a true one, a great one, he'll go as far as he'll take you.
Oh yeah.
Day 2, that's when I would say March Madness got a little fun under the sun. Wouldn't you say, Starkey?
Oh, 100%. That's when it really got mad for sure.
But before we jump into day 2, just kind of hit on real fast. Memphis, 20-point lead at halftime.
Yep.
Memphis, I think that lead got down to 6 at one point.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking, sitting there at work watching, like, well, they tried. There's always next year. I mean, Memphis is so physical. They were making their shot at the first half, and then Lomax got hurt. I hate to give Lomax credit, but Lomax did play great the first.
Yeah,
half.
that game he did.
But
he's still at the end of the game.
Sense? It was like the line. It was like I felt like we were watching hockey when Penny did a line haul change against Boise State. You had like Jaden Hardaway getting it, and then Amani Bates of all people made an appearance this tournament. We knew he was healthy, but still, the fact I was like, why would you want to tear up your cohesion, like your team chemistry? But hey, you won. You ended up winning. Arkansas barely got a win over Vermont. I was happy.
Mm-hmm.
Don't diss the Chanticleers. I love Vermont. New Mexico State pulled off an upset. We had 2 5-12s actually too. We got New Mexico State pulled one off.
That New Mexico State UConn game, that was my 12-5 upset.
I ended up going back and changing a few after kind of last second. And then day 2 was really kind of when some of the surprises happened. You had North Carolina. I didn't think they were going to blow out Marquette like they did, but that was on Thursday. But still, just sorry, looking at it real fast. And then the biggest one was on Thursday. Actually, was Kentucky beating the Peacocks, or Kentucky losing to the Peacocks.
Yeah, the 15 St. Peter's Peacocks beating the mighty Kentucky Wildcats.
I think the spread on that was 15 points, 15 or more points.
Not only did St. Peter's cover, but they beat them not super great, but I mean, it was a 2-possession game.
What they did, they played a zone defense. They played a 2-3 zone matchup zone.
Yep.
And it was just like Kentucky had no idea what to do. I think you could see Calipari just barking at them from the side, but the players could not figure out how to adapt to it.
No.
That 2-3 zone killed them the second half. So, I want to look at something real fast. I want to read you all the teams. This is all the players that have been in Kentucky in the NBA right now. I'm just going to read through a list. Bam Adebayo, Eric Bledsoe, Devin Booker, PJ Boston, DeMarcus Cousins, Anthony Davis, Hamadi Diallo, De'Aaron Fox, William Gabriel, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Tyler Hero, Isaiah Jackson, Keldon Johnson, Kevin Knox, Trey Lyles, Tyrese Maxey, Malik Monk, Jamal Murray, Nerlens Noel, Emmanuel Quickley, Julius Randle, Nick Richards, Rajon Rondo, but he didn't play under Calipari. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Olivier Sarr, Cat, Jared Vanderbilt, John Wall, and PJ Washington. So Calipari's had all those guys under him.
Yep.
He won 1 college championship. 1. He's made it twice to the big dance, the finals.
Yeah.
I think you said on earlier in the show, like, is it time to move on? I don't think so, just because Calipari's so good of a coach.
Oh yeah, he's an incredible. I mean, forgive me, Memphis, for saying this, but he's such a good coach and he's such a great recruiter. But
His team's
it's kind of one of those things that, like, if they were to, like you said before, who would you get that's better?
and Kentucky says
But
you don't. There's nobody
exactly.
better to get. But
But also,
just
I was thinking about this too. The last couple years, especially when he's had um, these not so great seasons, like last year, Kentucky didn't even make the tournament. I think you said they went 9-16 all season.
9-16. That was Calipari's first losing record in his whole career.
This year, they got put out in the first round. The year before that, I don't think they had a great year.
He's had 2 losing records his entire college career. He went 10-18 in 1988 at UMass, and then he went 9-16 last year at Kentucky. But here's the thing: he's actually learning to adapt, though. Like I said in that previous episode, like a couple weeks ago, he's no longer going after the one and dones. He's going after them, but he's not like basing his entire roster off them.
That's what I was going to hit on.
He's getting like 1 or 2, and then he's hitting the transfer portal hard. His average age is 21 years old, and when it used to be barely 18. He's going 21, 22, 23-year-olds.
So with that in mind, this is just something I was kind of thinking about. Do you think, since he has changed his thought process when it comes to vet players, transfer portal, getting someone in duns, but not loading up on them, it seems to me that he had more success, and tell me if I'm wrong, just I want to get your thoughts on it, when he did load up on the one and dones. Do you think he would ever consider going back to that if it meant more success for Kentucky?
100%. Yeah, 100%.
Do you think
but I think right now he's realized talent can only get you so far. You got to have some experience, especially in these big games. Talent will get you far, but you got to have experience to take you to that next step. Because 2-3 minutes down on the line, the biggest game of your life, that pressure is going to get you as a freshman, 18 years old. You're going to choke. 19 years old. That pressure is going to be a lot on you. And plus, you're 20, 21. You've seen it all. You've been through the danger zones. Going to Duke, man. If you're a freshman, you're going to play it. Unless you're like LeBron James, you're probably going to play a crap game your first game.
Yeah.
But I think he's going to have to stay with this. He's doing good. He's just, if he can get him to stay for 1 more year. But back to some more games. We'll jump into this round of 32. Memphis won. Had our matchup with David versus Goliath, as I referred it. I was nervous. Yeah. I knew going into it, I'm like, well, we're probably going to lose. I didn't want to think that, but I was like, Memphis may lose, probably will lose. But I was like, they still have a good shot to win, though. Back when I was like 60-40 Memphis, or 60-40 Gonzaga wins.
Yeah.
The first half, holy cow. They shut them down. They were playing physical. They killed Drew Timmy's draft stock in the first half.
Yeah.
And then Drew Timme came out in the second half. That 11-point lead evaporated.
Something else, too. After halftime, Memphis started having to play 8-on-5.
Yeah, foul trouble.
Oh, just awful officiating.
100%. Malcolm, who's maybe played 12, 15 minutes all year, was playing 20 minutes. And you could tell at the end of the game, he was gassed.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, Chet, I like Chet Holmgren. I still don't know where I am on him. I kind of like him more than Pablo Ventura.
Yeah.
I feel like his upside's a little bit better because Pablo, I got to see more of him offensively. Yes, he's in the post, but I want to see more of his mid-range and three-point shooting, just a little bit more. His defense, I still kind of want to see him be more aggressive in the post. Chet's definitely there. Chet was blocking every shot on Durden.
Yeah.
But you should have when you're 7'2" against a 6'10", 6'11" guy. But hey, he held his own. He was down. He was giving up 50 pounds on Durden.
Oh yeah. Chet's a lanky dude.
Memphis, they gave it all they had. They gave it. I hate the fact though was that the game was not till 9 o'clock our time.
Yeah.
I hate that was the worst part. I think about losing was the fact I waited. I was up till midnight basically.
Yeah.
And then Arkansas, we played terrible against Mexico State. I know you're going to ask me, Jared, how you feeling about this week, about Thursday night? I think we're going to brains beat him.
Which is really sad because before we started recording tonight, I was saying that I hope you guys beat the brakes off Gonzaga.
If you're betting,
I'd absolutely curb stomp them.
If you're betting, put the bet. I think that right now when I checked this morning, it was 8.5. I saw 8.5 to 9.5. Gonzaga, take it. Gonzaga will cover. I do not think Arkansas will. The past 2 games, we have not been shooting the ball well. Granted, Note shooting 4 of 22 from the field, but the more impressive thing is 21 of 23 from the charity line, so free throw line. So he's due for one. If this is the one you got to snap off. But I think we'll get run out. We only have one 6'10" guy on the team. They've been saying Connor Vanover is going to be playing the line, and most of you know Connor Vanover, a one-time Memphis Tiger commit, 7'3". The guy can make threes, but he hasn't made them against a competitive team when he's been at Arkansas. He played it. I think he did them all against University of Central Arkansas. He went like 5 of 5 from 3. That's all he's done. So
what year is Connor?
Connor's like a senior. Yeah, I think he's a junior. I don't know. Okay. This whole COVID year's got me ruined. But one more thing, back to Memphis real fast. The entire team can return.
Yes, they can. I saw that this morning.
Everybody, even 25-year-old DeAndre Williams, who's a junior, who shout out to Ladley, told me he played he was there at Evansville for 2 years.
Yep.
Shout out Ladley. Shout out Big Ryan. But I think two guys leave. I think DeAndre's gone. You're 25. He knows he's maybe got 10, 12 years of basketball left in him. Go ahead and start collecting that money. And Jalen Duren. I think Amani's going to stay.
I think Amani stays too. I know folks at home are probably sick of me hearing about it, but I read an article for today. Shout out Jason Mines at the Commercial Appeal. He actually said that he thinks Josh Minot goes pro.
I mean, I could see it. I mean, your draft stock will never be as high this year as it has been. I mean, right now he's a late first. If he comes back, he may be a lottery pick next year. But I say, hey, if you're guaranteed a first, go get it.
Yeah. I think, like you said earlier, a couple weeks ago, I think he goes to the combine. I think he shows out. I think he becomes late first, early second round draft pick.
Hey, somebody, if you can shoot, you'll have a spot in this league. So, want to get back to March Madness. The West region, I've been saying this the whole time. The winner from the West, the winner of this year's March Madness will be from the West region. It will either be Gonzaga, Duke, or Texas Tech. You know what? Maybe Arkansas. Probably not, but hey, if you get hot, you never know. But, dude, Duke had me worried for a little bit on Saturday.
Yeah, they did.
Or Sunday, sorry. They had me worried on Sunday. Hey, I don't want Coach K's season to end, though. I didn't pick him to win in many brackets. But you know what? Now my brackets are shot. I want Coach K to go out on top.
That would be cool. And at the same time, it's not like he's actually leaving or retiring. He's not going to be coaching anymore, but I think I heard that Coach K is still going to have his office in the basketball facilities. I
I mean,
could be wrong on
that
that.
man's been in that office every day for 42 years. Where else is he going to go?
I imagine he's probably getting mail there by now.
So let's jump into the East region. I know I was
Yes,
talking to you a little bit on Saturday about this, but Baylor, North Carolina, the 25-point comeback.
yes,
Probably some of the worst officiating I've seen. I thought Baylor was at least going to make it the Sweet 16, if not the Elite Eight, but they ended up
yep.
getting knocked out in overtime. They came back from 25 down with 10 minutes left the in the second half. Holy cow. I really thought let me see, who's the white guy for that? Let me see. Brady Manick. When he got ejected, he was torched and he was about to go off for 40 points. And then once he got ejected, that just lit a fire in Baylor and they just snapped. So you got a number 8 seed and number 4 seed in UCLA who beat the brakes off St. Mary's.
Yep.
I 100% think UCLA goes on to the Elite Eight.
I think so too.
And you probably got the most shocking. I think it's not the matchup nobody expected here. St. Mary's and Purdue in the Sweet 16. You know, my in-laws are Purdue fans. Probably gonna get a little slack for this, but go Peacocks.
Now that I am an honorary member of your in-laws family, I'm gonna keep rolling Purdue.
I mean, I
I've
think
still got
Purdue will
Purdue
win, but you know,
going.
I'm cheering for the Peacocks. There's been 3 15 seeds to make the Sweet 16. Dunk City, FGCU,
Yep.
Oral Roberts, and now the Peacocks of St. Peter's, which is in New Jersey City, New Jersey.
Yep.
I'm taking. I want the Peacocks to win because of the underdogs, but I think Purdue's going to win though. But I'll be cheering for the Peacocks. I think Purdue, out of the remaining teams, they do have the easiest run to the elite, to the Final Four.
I think so too.
I mean, they should beat UCLA, no problem. But you never know. It's March Madness. Let's go to the South region. This is the one I'm actually kind of more excited for. You had TCU taking Arizona to the wire. You had Houston basically blowing the brakes off Illinois. You had Michigan. Shout out to you, Mitch.
Shout out, Mitch.
Shout out, Mitch, for them beating Tennessee and your boy Kennedy Chandler.
Yep.
Also, sad thing, we didn't mention it earlier, but Sister Jean. This is the first time, I think, 3 appearances that they have not made the Sweet 16.
Yeah, it is.
Hopefully, Sister Jean can make it to 103, and let's run it back for one more year.
Let's run it back.
You had them; they just they could not get a shot open against Ohio State. But you have Ohio State losing to Villanova, and you have Michigan versus Nova and Arizona versus Houston. I think it's going to be Arizona, Michigan.
Yes, I agree. I just filled out my second chance bracket.
You do that on 92.9?
I didn't see where 92.9 was doing it. I just did it on ESPN.
Do it, but I haven't done it. I didn't do it.
Yeah, I think I do. Sorry, what did you do? I'm trying to find my bracket.
No, you're good. I think you definitely got to pick. Well, Villanova is the worst rebound, one of the worst rebounding teams. You got a true 7-footer in Dickinson for Michigan. He's going to have a field day.
Yeah.
But when you're in your second chance bracket, I'm going to go ahead and go to the Midwest region.
Go for it.
You had Kansas playing Creighton, who, gosh, that's still my. At every bracket, I picked San Diego State winning. I was so sure. I mean, I was so sure of San Diego State. They literally blew a lead with 2 minutes left. They blew like a 9-point lead with 2 minutes left, and it made me so mad. You had Kansas pulling away from Creighton at the end. You had Providence literally running the court, running Richmond out of the gym. You had another 11 seeds. So remember, folks, we had said this last week. 11 seeds will make the Sweet 16.
Yep.
The streak continues. 7 out of that past 6. Now it's 7 out of the past 8 years. An 11 seed has made the Sweet 16.
Yes.
We have 2 this year. We have Iowa State and we have Miami. We'll play the winner of Kansas Providence to play Iowa State, Miami. I think it's going to be Kansas, Iowa State. I like the Cyclones.
Yeah, that's who I've got too. I'm looking at my finally got my bracket up. Yeah, I've got Kansas, Iowa State in the away date. Yeah.
So right now, who is your favorite to win the tournament?
I've still got Gonzaga. I did a little bit of readjusting. I've got Gonzaga over Arizona right now. But I still do have my final 4. I've got Gonzaga, Purdue, Arizona, and Kansas.
It's gonna be a tough Final 4. I still say, like I said earlier, the winner will come out of the West.
Definitely the most difficult. I think the most difficult region in the whole tournament.
That's the only region that has the top 4 teams still in play.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a question for you. 2 things.
What you got?
What's the last SEC school still playing?
Is there one?
There is one. It's Arkansas.
Arkansas. Yep.
Back-to-back years, last SEC team in March Madness. Just want to throw it out there. Mountain West is 0-4, and I haven't really been keeping up with the NIT, but I just want to say one thing: Texas A&M should have been in there. Right now, they're going to the Elite 8 of the NIT. So
yeah,
just saying they should have gotten in.
On behalf of the SEC, save us, Eric Musselman. You're our only hope.
Hey, Eric, what, Musselman? Hey, he's actually coached a lot. He's actually from the West Coast. He coached a little bit in the G League out there in the West Coast. It's a homecoming.
Yep, it is.
You know what? I hope we do win. I don't think we will. I always hope we win it. They're my team. But I just keep thinking, I kind of want to say it. You're going to have Williams on Chet Holmgren, 7-footer probably. Mm-hmm. You're going to put Tony, a 6'8" guy, on a 6'10" guy in the post. He shut down Tony Buckets from New Mexico State, who was averaging 20 points a game this year. And we didn't even really mention it, but RIP Peter Kiss didn't even make it out of the playing game.
Enjoy your career in the G League, my friend.
Get him on the Memphis Hustle. We need help.
We need a lot of things.
But while we're talking about the Hustle real fast, they are actually 1 game out from making the playoffs for the first time in franchise history in Memphis.
I know we give the Hustle a lot of grief, but they just went on I believe,
4-game road win streak.
Yeah, 4-game road win streak, and then they were 7-game road trip. They were 5-2, I believe, on the road trip.
They were.
So
the bad thing is they have like 8 games left. 3 of the remaining 8 games are against the number 1 team in the G League. They're Rio Grande Valley Vipers, but hey, they won on Sunday.
Yep.
So hey, let's go. Let's get the Hustle in. Let's get the Grizzlies in. Tigers made the postseason for the first time. Let's get every Memphis team in there.
Let's do it.
And let's get the Memphis Americans in there. The indoor soccer league.
Absolutely. They are killing it.
Are they?
Yeah, they really are. I checked today. The women have clinched the division. Their goalie is actually a South Haven High School alumnus. And the men are 3rd, I think, in the division.
How much do you think they? Because MLB guy, the minor league guys, you can pretty much guarantee what they make like this.
Yeah.
You can look at that's easy to find online. Same with the G League stuff. You can find the G League stuff. Like the minimum for a G League is $250.
Yeah.
How much do you think an indoor soccer player is making?
Probably not much at all. Hang on. Actually, give me just a second.
Like, do you think this is like their full-time job?
It would about to like not be. I don't know. Sorry, that was really weird. There's no way that it could be.
I mean, you got to be making
Even
like
I know
30, 40.
do what?
You got to be making at least $30,000, $40,000. When you think?
Let
I
me
mean,
see.
granted, that's not really enough to like. I don't know people's living, but like that's still not enough to like raise a family of 3 on or 5 on.
Let me see.
Because I know the Memphis Express were here. They were making, I think, what was it? I think it was like $1,400 a week. But they were living in a hotel.
Yes.
They were making pretty good money. That's probably why the league bankrupted after 5 games. But I guess I need to go to a Memphis Americans game. I haven't been to one. I keep forgetting they're there. They're not really advertised.
No, they're not. I'm trying to see if I can find. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
No, that's fine. Sarky, I'm gonna challenge you next week. You're gonna have that.
Yes. Okay.
That's gonna be our leading topic next week. Is what the Memphis Americans make. What league? Do you know what league they're on the top of your head? Like, what's the name of the league?
The National Indoor Soccer League.
National Indoor Soccer League. Okay.
There's 4 teams in the league.
4. You said 4.
Yes, 4.
Oh. You know, when you win the division, I thought that usually would sound a little bit better. I was like, oh, maybe it's like 10 teams. There's 4.
There's 4 men's teams, 4 women's teams.
Okay, well, it doesn't sound any better, but hey, you're a professional athlete.
I believe. Okay, this is the first year of them even being a thing, so it's still in the inception year.
Okay, you know what, Starkey? We're gonna get to our hot topic tonight.
Let's do it.
I asked you before the show to rank your top 5 Marvel superheroes. Who do you think would win in a fight?
All right.
And we're going to do. You want to do your 1's the strongest, 5's the weakest out of your top 5, and we're gonna go your 5, my 5, your 4, my 5.
Okay.
Okay. Who is your number 5?
All right. It pained me to put him here because overall he is my number 1 Marvel hero.
Okay.
Number 5, I've got Cap. I've got Captain America.
Okay. I like it. Why do you have him at 5? Is it because he's more human than anybody?
Do what?
Is it because he's a little bit more human than anybody?
Yes, actually. He doesn't have as many things to help him out as my top 4 do.
You know, I kind of want to, actually my 5, I have him there as well because he's human. All he's got is a shield.
Yes.
Granted, he has superhuman strength, but after that, he hasn't got anything.
Mm.
I almost, I'm still
got a little heart, but that can only get you so far.
Correct. Okay, who is your number 4?
I've got 4. I've got Iron Man.
Ooh. Okay.
I mean, he literally started the MCU. But just I'll use one of Steve Rogers' lines. Take away the suit. What do you have in Tony Stark?
A man.
A man. That's it.
So
a man with money and brains.
I think we were proven. So my 4, I'm gonna let you know, Iron Man is not in my top 5.
Okay.
Because we saw in Civil War, Cap beat the brakes off Iron Man.
Yes.
Beat the brakes off, and it took him using a computer system. Now, I like Iron Man. He's one of my favorite superheroes. But it took him using a computer system to help record Cap's punches so he could block them and counter them.
Yep.
So my number 4, The Hulk.
Okay. All right.
What can beat a Hulk? Thanos in the opening of Infinity War. But really,
Does it
what?
mean that Hulk didn't even want to come out and face him again?
And well, yeah, the only thing that can beat him. But what can beat Hulk? Not Smart Hulk, the talking Hulk, the Hulk in the first Avenger movies. Nothing until Thor Ragnarok when Thor won the fight.
Yep.
But Hulk, oh my gosh, he's literally the strength, the backbone, literally the backbone of the Avengers.
Yep.
Because they're like Hulk smash. As Logan
Absolutely.
said, we've got a Hulk. So, what is your number 3?
At 3, I have the Hulk at 3.
Okay, see, I like it. I like it.
Yeah. So not super far off this far.
No, not okay. Are you kind of basing off the same criteria I got?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I like it. I like it. So my 3, I had the Scarlet Witch.
Okay. Oh, that's a good one. That is a good pick, sir.
Well, see, she wasn't going to be in there because we're basing it off the movies and TV shows. And in the beginning of movies, when she first came there, I would not have had Wanda in my top 5. She looked very puny, but at the end of Endgame
WandaVision.
and WandaVision,
Endgame.
you saw her true powers. You saw her like
Yeah.
when she told Thanos, "You took every." It probably used her telekinesis power. Is it telekinesis or what is that? It?
Yeah, telekinesis.
Yeah, she's basically using her telekinesis power, finding the way she should have been using it all along. And you see her at the end of Thanos, and when she's fighting Thanos in Endgame, she's like, "You took everything from me." He's like, "I don't even know you." And then you see her literally.
You will.
And then you literally see her kill Agatha. And she creates a world. She literally wipes everyone's brain and manipulates the entire world in WandaVision.
Yep.
Number 3.
Well, that's a good pick, sir. Well done.
Okay, who is your number 2?
All right, at 2, I've got Thor.
The God of Lightning.
I've got the God of Thunder at number 2.
Oh, God of Thunder. I'm sorry. Brain
Same.
fart.
It's all good. Yeah, I mean,
The strongest Avenger.
yeah, 100%.
And then remember that's what he thought in Ragnarok when he was trying to get the computer. He said strongest Avenger. That's a good one. You know, a lot of I think everyone's going to know who we're going to have as our 1-2. It's literally the matchup. Okay, so do you have old Thor? What Thor do you like more? Do you like long hair Thor, where he was awkward, or do you like short hair Thor, where he's funny?
I think I like the swagger of short hair Thor. But as far as the growth and maturity, got to go long hair Thor. I think ultimately I got to go long hair Thor.
Well, you know, one thing about Thor I never noticed, and my wife told me this. We were watching it. Did you know when Thor 1, he had blue eyes?
Mm-hmm.
Thor 2, he had his natural brown eyes.
I did not know that.
Yeah, well, go watch Thor 1. That's your challenge also this week. Watch the Thor movies, the 1 and 2. I know 2's painful to watch. Watch it. You'll see he has brown eyes in Thor 2.
Okay.
They got rid of his baby blues. But it's also nice to see, you get to see Thor's true power. Because remember, in Thor Ragnarok, he was all, up to that movie, he was dependent on Mjolnir.
Yep.
He had to have Mjolnir. And then what did his sister do?
Crushed it.
What was her name? Helen.
Hella.
She destroys Mjolnir in the first 20 minutes of the movie. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Because you got Thor all pumped up, thinking he's the baddest guy ever. And then you literally see his true power come out within him.
Yeah.
My 2.
All right.
Hated the movie.
Okay.
Captain Marvel.
Okay.
But the movie has nothing to do with it. I just hated the movie. Oh my gosh, yeah, she's You can make the argument all day long that she is the strongest Avenger, but it's 100% to me. It is Thor. I mean, Thor is my number one, but Captain Marvel, super strong. She can fly. She can do
Absolutely.
everything. I mean, she literally was beating the brakes off Thanos in Endgame.
Yes.
And then took him grabbing the Strength Stone and literally the Power Stone and literally punching her in the face for him to beat her.
Yeah.
Brie Larson, great actress, awkward in the first movie, but hey, that's nothing to do with my judging because I know I'm going to take saying, "Oh, you went with your judging, but your criteria." But I think she beats everybody up to that point because if you look at it, she's going to beat Cap easy.
Yeah.
She beat the Hulk. I mean, she beat Thanos, and Thanos beat the Hulk, so she definitely beats. She's definitely gonna. I think WandaVision would be a struggle for her.
Yeah, I think it would be a
I don't know why I
struggle.
said WandaVision. Sorry, I think Wanda will be a struggle. It'll be a good match, but I think Captain Marvel will come out on top.
Yeah.
Just because of the fact she can fly through everything, she can shoot stuff. Wanda can manipulate a few things, but she can only do some creative force field. But I'm pretty
But
sure
that's about it.
I'm pretty sure Captain Marvel will fly through the force field and beat the brakes off. Who is your number one? Wait.
I got Captain.
Wait.
Uh,
Is it is it like the little ant thing from I can't think of her name. The little caterpillar. No, what's her name from Guardians of the Galaxy?
Oh,
Can't think of it. Oh my gosh.
I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in both of us.
Like I love Guardians of the Galaxy. What is it? It's gonna bug me. Mantis. Is it Mantis?
I mean,
Mantis,
you said it. No, it is not Mantis.
Is it Zuri?
No.
Ant-Man? Okay. Is it Black Widow?
It's not the Black Widow.
Is it Hawkeye?
R.I.P. No, it's not Hawkeye.
He kind of deserved to die. But who you got, Starkey?
I got Captain Marvel.
And why is she your number one?
Because she is incredible. I mean, so the one thing I have against Carol Danvers, all right. See, I liked her movie more than I think most people did.
Mm-hmm.
It was set in the 90s, very nostalgic. The scene where she flies to the blockbuster, that was incredible. All that good stuff. The one thing I have is where was she for 98% of Endgame?
That's a good point.
But in that last scene, she came through and they said they're like, and all the Chitauri things are like pointed up at the sky, and everyone's like, "What are they looking at?" And they said, "There's a bogey coming in."
Well, remember, she said remember, I think in the previous one, she said she was there in the movie. She said she was going to help other worlds.
Yeah,
because they were in the same position as Earth, but they didn't have the Avengers to help them. So she was helping try to do that.
That's very true.
I think if we would have seen more in her in game, I think she would definitely make the big. She locked down argument for me. She'd been number one Avenger.
Absolutely.
But you really haven't seen her true power.
Yeah.
So my number one Avenger, Point Break, Thor.
Thor. I love it. When Stark called him Point Break in Avengers 1, I lost it.
And then that was this password for
Ragnarok.
I just don't see anybody beating him. Even without his hammer, Mjolnir, and without Stormbreaker.
Yep.
He's literally learned to control his powers. The powers come within. Now, Fat Thor's got some moves though.
Yeah, don't discount Bro Thor for sure.
Yeah. Don't be thinking now because he's got a little beer gut. He's not going to win, but I think even Fat Thor is still the strongest Avenger. I mean, you
I
give
will
him
say this.
Mjolnir.
I will say this: the scene in Infinity War when they're fighting in Wakanda, and he just comes out of nowhere with that electricity, lightning, superhero landing, and just kind of wipes everybody out at the same time.
Yes, he
One of the
literally
coolest
wipes out.
moments in the entire MCU.
He wipes out the entire Thanos army, and then he yells, "Bring me Thanos!"
Yeah,
Yes, love it. But speaking of one thing on Endgame, you know what's funny? You have all these superheroes, all these super speeds and stuff.
hmm
If you rewatch the Endgame battle scene, notice how like Captain America is like outrunning people with jets and super speed people.
yeah.
Yeah, just
It's his heart, man. It's all heart.
that's why he's number 5. I mean, I could have made the Vision Doctor Strange in there somewhere. Do you count Vision? I don't, not really, but
I have to have someone who, at least at one point, was completely human.
oh, 100%.
So
But I just think I'm kind of going back to you real fast. Sorry, I don't think anybody can beat Thor in a battle. Now that he's like truly learned to maintain his powers, it comes from within. He can literally generate lightning with the flick of a wrist.
mhm.
I mean, honestly, all he has to do is put Stormbreaker or put Melmir on somebody, and he's won the battle. Like, just lay it on him, and he's won the battle.
Yeah,
Just give him one punch. Just give him one punch, and then knock him on their butt. Grab your hammer and just set it on them, and you won.
yeah.
Not even Captain Marvel could get it off. Well, Starkey, I think that's it for tonight.
All right.
We have a great show next week for y'all. We are finally going to break down some more basketball.
Yep. Yeah, look out for that.
We're going to break down the USFL next week too. We've been putting it off too long.
Yes, we've been putting it off forever.
I keep forgetting. They're still making moves. We're going to break down and kind of tell you what teams we like, how bland the uniforms are.
Yep.
And I think that is it for me, Starkey. Any closing remarks for today?
Y'all be safe. Have a great Sweet 16 Elite Eight weekend.
Let's go, buddy. Woo pig. Y'all have a good weekend.
Bye, y'all. Be safe.
Bye, everybody.